Richer than the British king, who is the Indian wife of Rishi Sunak, British Prime Minister. She was born with a golden spoon in her mouth, raised in the arms of one of the richest people in India, loved fashion houses, and enjoyed money. And today, she has entered the world of politics with the title of First Lady in Britain and the wife of the Prime Minister, Rishi Sunak. Here is the story of the Indian lady, Akshata Murty, who was described as richer than King Charles himself, and whose father was accused of supporting Putin financially in his conflict with the West. Born in India in 1980, Akshata and her brother Rohan were raised by their paternal grandfather, due to their parents' preoccupation with establishing the family fortune. Father Narayan Murty was busy building up his company, Infosys. As for the mother, she is known as the first female engineer to work for Telco, one of the largest car manufacturers in India. Since her childhood, Akshata has had a passion for the world of fashion. After completing high school, she moved to the United States of America, where she obtained degrees in economics and French from Claremont McKenna College in California. After that, Akshata pursued her dream, and joined the Fashion Institute of Design and Commerce in Los Angeles. Her ambition did not stop here, as she joined Stanford University, where she obtained an MBA, to meet in that educational edifice the love of her life, Rishi Sunak, to crown their love with a legendary marriage after 4 years, specifically in 2009, when a huge wedding ceremony was held in Bangalore, India, which became their residence for the next 4 years. Before marriage, Akshata was interested in fashion and appearance, and that accompanied her throughout her life. She has continued to work in the fashion field even after her marriage. Married life and being the mother of 2 daughters did not prevent her from realizing her dream of working in fashion. She always remembers how her mother scolded her in her youth for being more interested in fashion than her studies. She has already set up her own fashion company, Akshata Designer, based on the Indian culture of celebration through fashion and style. It also sought to discover talent in this field in remote Indian villages, and give emerging artists the opportunity to publish their designs. The year 2013 was a turning point in the lives of Akshata and her husband, as he moved to the United Kingdom. Rishi was appointed as the representative of Richmond in Yorkshire. In an interview with Time, Rishi stated that his wife is the exact opposite of him. She is very chaotic while he is extremely organized. The couple owns an enormous fortune. Just in real estate, Akshata and her husband Rishi live in a £7 million detached house in Kingston with their daughter. They also own a country house and another £1 million apartment in Kingston, a luxury mansion in the Yorkshire Reggae, and a £6 million summer apartment in California. Akshata's nature has not changed since her youth. She is still a lover of fashion and wears international brands, which attracted the eyes of tax institutions, to discover a resounding scandal against her and her husband, the tax evasion scandal. Earlier in 2022, the couple's fortune, specifically Akshata's, was brought under the microscope of tax audits. It has been subject to audits by British tax institutions. Although Akshata does not belong to politicians, who are usually subject to this kind of scrutiny, her exaggerated way of living was observed by the eyes of the British tax authorities, and the result was a resounding scandal. Akshata topped the social media sites, because of the discovery that she avoided paying taxes in Britain, relying on the fact that she does not hold British citizenship, because India prevents its citizens from acquiring another nationality. In this way, Akshata for years avoided paying taxes to the British government, in whose territory she lives. Especially since the taxes payable, according to her wealth, amount to millions. After the tax evasion scandal was discovered, she and her husband were subjected to huge criticism, and a violent government and popular reaction, which prompted her to announce her pledge to pay taxes on her wealth and property in Britain. It is likely that the part that constitutes the largest proportion of her wealth comes from her share in Infosys company, which is headquartered in Bangalore. On the 24th of October 2022, Akshata Murty's husband, Rishi Sunak, became the British Prime Minister, and thus Akshata became today the First Lady of Britain, and entered the world of politics with heavy steps. In the same time, her husband faces questions about his father-in-law's relationship with the Russian president, and his company's connection to the Kremlin economy. The couple will move to 10 Downing Street, home to several prime ministers, and will be the richest couple ever to live in Downing Street. Akshata Murty has been described as richer than King Charles himself, due to her £430 million share of her father's vibrant IT empire, Infosys. Will the wealth of Britain's new Prime Minister, and that of his wife bolster his political standing in the country? Share your thoughts with us.